I'm not sure this is fully ripe, I wouldn't say so, but let's try it. Italy vibes. I don't know what is Italic about that. It's another day to point out at things in the garden. It's been a week since my last video, and the beans are really getting there. I had to put these little guys in order for them to have something to climb to. It's interesting because when they are lacking something to climb to, they start climbing among themselves. This is one example of it. As you can see, this kind of spiral. These are two bean plants climbing and supporting each other. Usually it does not go that well because they need something a bit tougher than they are, but still it's very cool to see. For some reason, as you can notice, there is a bit more of the plants on this side of the raised bed. Could be the sunlight or some other factors, I'm not really sure. But what I am sure about is I really need to water today. It's been very hot these days. This is still waiting for something to be planted. And these are the leeks. I was really happy to see that tomatoes feel pretty good considering the warm weather. Well, not the warm, the hot weather. And more of them are popping up. Also, more and more of the flowers, which is always nice to see. And I think I will need to take care about this crispy parsley because I think it's a bit dry. I'll give it some water soon. This one hangs on much better, maybe because of the shades, I'm not sure. But parsley and tomatoes are very good companion plants. That's why they are together. I always plant those two. Never failed me. And after a hard work of watering, I have the perfect snack. This is cherry plum. Something similar to what I've seen last weekend. It's pretty much, let's say, wildish kind of plum. But unlike those I've seen in the wild, well, let's say that's in the wild, since now I'm in a cultivated place, these are bigger and are turning red. So let's try one. They are very easy to recognize, and unlike most of other sorts, they are ready to pick already in late July. Something is living in this one. And the fact that these ones are already there tells you they got here earlier. Could be changes in the weather, could be some different sort, combination of factors, who knows. I love this kind of powder they have on themselves. They start to shine when you take it. Let's try it. This one was perfect. It was just in my line of sight. So it is time for the taste test. I'm not sure this is fully ripe. I wouldn't say so. I think it's on the way to be fully ripe, but let's try it. Oh, it's perfect. A lot less sweet than standard fully ripened ones. It's crunchy, it's fruity, and it's sour, but in a refreshing way. I really love the crunchiness in this amount of sour during the summer heat. Better than ice cream at this moment for me. Tiny stone. What do you think? Will I bring it home and try to grow a plum? Of course I will. Let me just put it here. Cheers. Well, the nature just keeps on giving. This is one of the reasons why it's good to go through the weeds with your hand, because as I was doing that, I noticed that grapes volunteered to grow here. Now, it's nothing unusual because I guess the people that lived here had grapes here at some point, and they were growing, climbing next to the trees, you know, getting ripe, falling down, and then they would start to grow again. But this time I want to support them, to track them, maybe to water them per need. I will see what I need to do, because I never had grapes in my life. So interesting. Here are some more of them. Others already starting to be much larger than different ones, depending on the shades and stages of growth, of course. But it will be fun. So I noticed this hanging from this tree, and I linked it to this pole. So once this one really starts to grow, it can climb. It'd be great. Maybe I will try to make homemade wine. Who knows? I am on a special mission this night, well, this evening, and that mission will require to go to dark places. Fortunately, it's nothing too dark. Today I want to see the fireflies. Now, I know this region, and I know they do appear here. As you know, because of the light pollution, more and more people are reporting the fireflies are not, unfortunately, there anymore. Some people never saw a firefly in their lives, which is very sad, if you ask me. And for those kind of people, I want to bring you this light of joy tonight. Well, that is, I will bring it to you if I do not fail. Fireflies love damp places. They appear, of course, during the night, and they love thick grass, tall grass, shrubs, because they can live and hide there. I think grass mowing is also one of the things that is keeping them away, unfortunately. And also another one, even greater one, like I mentioned, is the light pollution. Luckily there is no light pollution here, and let's hope we will see some. There is a lot of frogs here, but you know how the rule goes. Whenever you turn on the camera, interesting stuff stops happening. So I've seen around a dozen large frogs here, and then they just went silent and ran away. But it's okay, I'm a patient person. I'll wait. You know what, when I think about it, maybe I'm not that patient. Let's go. Let's go and try to find it. I don't think I chose the right shoes for this adventure. Maybe tadpoles are the only things that I will see today, who knows? Or that I will record at least. The night will start falling, sun is already setting, so it's only a matter of time. This is what makes me particularly interested in all of this, and happy, is, you know, waiting for the things to happen. Come on, froggies. I know you're here. Italy vibes. I don't know what is Italic about that. I think in around 15 minutes it will start to be a high chance of us seeing fireflies, if there are any. While we are waiting, let's talk a bit about this guy. This is water ragwort. It's quite common, member of the daisy family, obviously yellow, where obviously if you're not colorblind, if you are, excuse me. And I was researching a bit, trying to see if it has any uses. I wouldn't say so. And thinking about that, yeah, apart it is, the only information I know is it's toxic to dogs. Trying to catch this one. Here it is. Oh, it went away. I don't want to harass them too much. Unfortunately, in order for me to show them to you, and because I would need a very good camera for the night footage in order for you just to see what I'm seeing right now, I need to catch it and just bring it closer. You need to leave this, because looking at the footage, it really does not mean much, to be honest. It's like few dots flying around, but when you really experience it, it's something a lot different. I have childhood memories triggering. It's beautiful. If you ever have the chance, search your area, find out where could they be, and try to see them for yourself, because this is something you need to see and feel, not something you can watch on a video. I'm doing my best here, but it just won't do. Today's mission is to try and find some herbs that I can use for tea. Usually I find mint, that's the easiest kind to find for the tea, but this time I want to try something different. Of course, if I see the mint, I will take that one as well, but I will also take some medicinal herbs that are not necessarily tasty or commonly used, but are known for their health benefits, and I have those right here. So this is one of the most common things you can find, and they are so beneficial throughout history, used for various medicinal purposes. It is the common broadleaf plaintain. There is also a version with a bit smaller leaves, less broad, and that one can be used too for the same things in the same way. It is an amazing plant, and you can actually find it almost everywhere. Today I was just looking out of my window in an apartment building and on a parking lot where the land is disturbed, and cars have been parked there and going there all the time, on and off. There was a bunch of broadleaf plaintain. Of course, would not be good to pick it up there because it's polluted, but you know what I want to say. It is very common. You can see it growing everywhere. And I just want to appreciate this plant a bit more. So I will find some nice looking fresh leaves, pick them up, try them in a salad, the young, very young ones. They are supposed to be bitter, something like spinach. And for the rest, I will make the tea and try it out. Maybe we mix it with something else, I'm not sure yet, but I will surely pick some leaves today. Have my foraging bags ready with me, and I'm ready to pick up the herbs. Stinging nettle would be also interesting to try in a tea. I never tried it. I did make various stuff with it, ate it as a soup and so on, but never did I make a tea from it. However, now it is flowering, and it is not smart to use it when it flowers. Actually, you should not use it at all, because of the amount of oxalic acid inside, which can, I believe, it can destroy the kidneys or something. Whatever it is, you shouldn't pick up the nettle and consume it once it gives off flowers, once it starts to flower. Well, what you can do though, potentially, if some of these have been picked or disturbed earlier, maybe new shoots could start growing even during the summer and late spring. So you could maybe find those, but yeah, be careful not to pick the flowering ones. And this, not entirely sure what is it, but this is very interesting. Whatever it is, the caterpillars, I believe, or something else, likes to munch on it. As a very interesting smell is left on my fingers. I'll wash it up because I'm not sure what it is. As you know, general rule of thumb, which shouldn't be used blindly, is if animals really like to consume something, it is generally good for humans to consume too. But there are some, you know, of course, exceptions to that rule, so you should be careful. Not just blindly take and eat something what other animals or insects eat. What is fun about this part is everything is full of baby oaks. Baby oak here, baby oak there, baby oaks everywhere. I mean, it makes sense, we are under the oak tree forest, but still, they are very cute to see. So now that I'm much deeper in the forest, there's something else to be seen, which I didn't exactly search for today. You know what I said? When you don't want to search for something, you find it. Here it is. This is, I don't know what is the name in English. Here it's called something like pigeon's mushroom or something. I mean, that would be a rough translation of that one. It is edible, member of the Russula family. It is very cherished among the mushroom eaters. I never tried it because if you ever watched some of my earlier videos where I talk about Russulas, I almost always mention that they are very tricky when it comes to infestation. Almost every Russula I find is infested with maggots. I don't think it will be any different with this one. So I am kind of balancing now between the decision, should I take it or just leave it here. And just 1 meter from that one is again another member of the Russula family. This one is surely infested. It looks to be in much worse shape. Could be maybe the sickener, I'm not sure. You should be careful with red Russulas. There are many species of them. Some of them you can be only sure about when you take the microscope and look at with that. So I'll leave that one. I think I will leave this one as well, because it's high chance it is infested based on all my previous experience. Just don't want to pick it up for no reason. If I find some more, maybe I will test my luck and see if they are infested or not. But not for now. So I believe I found a very old tree. Well, much older than the rest of them here. You see what I'm talking about? This is a giant oak. And for as long as my eyesight can catch the surroundings, I don't see anything else quite like this one in terms of the size. And one other thing is, something most likely lives in here. What is amazing is this hole underneath it is full of water. So if something was living there indeed, my guess is we could easily see the trails, which we don't. Maybe it's too mushy for the trail to remain there. Hello? You know, those stories from when we were kids about little creatures living in the large trees. Okay, there's something else. Another one is here. Smaller one a bit. I think it's right on the other side. In straight line. But very interesting tree. I don't know, somehow I feel respect for it almost. Wonder how old can it be? Oh, it seems I'm not the only human. It was here, amazed by the tree. And leaving the trash. I'm picking this up to throw it away. You know, sometimes they do leave baits and stuff in these bottles, but this is not one of those cases. This is just somebody leaving the trash in nature, so I'll try to be not judgy and think it was an accident, that the wind blew it away or something. But yeah. Beautiful tree. Truly beautiful. I'm thinking about coming with my trail camera and try to see what's in there, if something goes out during the night or in. Maybe I will even catch the people leaving the trash, who knows. So there was this guy in the middle of the road, right where the tires go, and we removed it a bit to the sides. Still can't be sure if it's going to come back. I hope it will live, because this is a protected, vulnerable species. So cute to see it. This is the first time actually in my life I've seen one. So it's a special moment for me. I hope they will survive. I think one of the reasons why they are vulnerable is because people are cutting the trees and removing the old dead branches, stems and stuff, and old dead branches and logs, decaying logs. They are the home of these bugs. I think they lay their eggs inside. So when you remove it, they don't have a place to live. But as you can see, this is pretty wild forest, wildlish, and I hope it stays that way. Because once it disappears, if it does, this bug won't longer be here. I can't believe this, because as I was getting there, I was thinking how it would be nice to find St. John's wort, because in my whole time maybe I didn't pay too much attention, or I didn't notice it before. So I remembered what it looks like, and now I just was looking on the side of the road for a brief moment, and I see, hey, this could be it. And you know what? Indeed it is. This is one of the most famous medicinal plants used for the great part of human history. I believe it is native to Europe, maybe some other parts as well, so excuse me if I forgot the specifics, you can look it up. But yeah, I'm very happy about finding this one. I feel bad about picking it up though. I'm not sure what is its conservation status, so I need to check it up. Need maybe to find smaller batches or something, and then I can see if it's okay to use it somehow. Yes, so happy about it. Finally found this. Doesn't happen every day that when I think about something I see it. I usually think about something and then see it after a year or two. So this is a special situation, really.